Hey guys, this is Dwight here with Retro Crypto. I know you guys have been living the same emotional roller coaster as me lately, but you gotta hold the line, you gotta hodl, you gotta look for those gems, and there's a ton of hidden gems out there, and you're going to have to be patient. All right. Now, with that said, this video is going to be about Bitcoin, Hex, Cardano, Polkadot, bunch of different things. Charlie 3. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting video. But before we get started, I want to remind you, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. It's essential that you do your own research before making any and all financial decisions. All right, now that I've said all that, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you already hit that like button, why don't you subscribe? And if you already subscribed, go ahead and hit that bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm currently at 1,405 subscribers. My next target is 1,500. Help a brother out. All right. Now, with all that said, let's take a quick peek at the market here with my trusty crypto bubbles. And we're gonna go start from the top down. We got Bitcoin at $20,000. Well, by the way, guys, it is June 20th, 7:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the good old US of A. All right, Bitcoin's at 20,661. Ethereum's at a second market cap spot at 1,128. BNB is in a fifth spot at 217. BNB might be a much stronger player in the crypto world than I thought they were going to be. I know I said it many times. I'm saying it again. Cardano, absolutely love Cardano. Cardano's in number 7 spot at 49 cents. XRP is holding out in the 8th spot at 32 cents. Solana is in a 9th spot at 35.46 cents. But Solana, I'm going to have to start tracking them and giving them more respect, even though it's backed by venture capitalists. But I think Solana's here to stay. Dogecoin is at the number 10 spot at 6 cents. Polkadot currently at the 11th spot at 7.92. And trusty Hex has dropped all the way down to the 13th spot at 3 cents, almost 4 cents. But I know that Polkadot's going to make a comeback. I'm sorry, Hex. Hex is definitely going to make a comeback. But anyway, with all that said, let's get the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin right now has it did break through the resistance at 19,110, but then it came back above that resistance level. So now it has a decent support level sitting right above 19,110. I suspect it's going to be pulling back down. We'll talk about that. Right here, I drew a triangle falling. It's kind of like a falling wedge, more or less, but basically Bitcoin's just bouncing around inside of this wedge, and I suspect it's going to continue to drop. There's always a possibility that it could break out and go northward, but I really don't think so. I think it's going to end up dropping down, guys. I have some things to support this. One of the things I have to support this theory is that I have a bearish pennant that I drew out here, and you can see that it's sitting perfectly in this bearish pennant, and yeah, I think Bitcoin is going to drop down a little bit more. Remember, it was always predicted to drop down as low as $10,000. Did not drop that low yet, but it may not go all the way down to 10,000. But that was like Richard Hart's prediction. I believe Trayvon James had predicted it around 12ish, between 10 and 12. But yeah, Bitcoin may have a little bit more to fall before it truly hits bottom. But yeah, I do think that the winds are blowing in the direction that it's going to still pull back a little bit. I think right now what we're experiencing with the market, whereas you see a lot of green today, I see that as being a little bit of relief, but I still think there's more bad news to come from the world. Geopolitical events, financial events. Of course, the U.S. is now in a recession. They're not willing to admit it officially yet. Usually by the time they admit it, you're already halfway through it, or even starting to heal. It's weird how the things are done, but it's so obvious we're in a recession. I'm starting to hear about places not hiring. Just an example, guys. I was just talking to a coworker, and they have a friend that has a master's degree, and they can't even get a job at a giant. And this person's going to a prestigious college. So the recession's here, guys. I have family members having problems finding jobs. Yep, it's coming. But anyway, so that means it's going to hit what do you do when hard times? You pull in tight, you put everybody close to you, your money in, pull away from high risk. Crypto is very high risk, guys. You got to remember that. But at the same time, I see opportunity in a win, and it's a great chance to get out dollar cost average. Like I say, I buy every day, and I'm going to be buying more every day. I'm going to do a video on that. All right, take a look here at the Bitcoin right now, guys. Bitcoin is, now what I have here is the Fibonacci retracement. I have the 100% at the top going downward because we're in a downward trend here. Now this 50% marker right here, this would be the signal if it's safe to short the market. So theoretically, I want to see Bitcoin bounced around in his $30,000 range forever. Drove me crazy, right? Finally broke down from there. So that's where I started the support line out at. Or, yeah, the actually resistance line at. And I drew it downward. So the 50% marker is 23,732. So basically, if I break past that 50, if Bitcoin breaks past that 50% marker, I know that Bitcoin has potential to go bullish again. If it does not break this and it comes up and it hits this 50% mark and goes back down, I know that I can short the market from that point. And I probably will short it this time. But I'm going to be watching it closely because I truly believe that Bitcoin has more to go down before we go up. And when we go up, it's going to be a moon. But it might take a year. All right, guys, let's take a look at something else here. All right, right here with this chart, we'll start from the bottom up with the RSI indicator. The RSI is having Bitcoin currently in a, it's pretty neutral. It's not quite in the middle, but it's very close, so that's pretty neutral there, guys. The MACD has Bitcoin currently as being bullish, but remember the MACD lags behind the market. Let's go up here. All right, so right here, you'll see that the VRVP chart has drawn out the support level for Bitcoin at 17,583, and its top resistance point is currently at 32,503. Now, this is based upon how far out the chart is drawn out. All right, now the within the Bollinger Bands here, you'll see that Bitcoin is actually, according to the Bollinger Bands, slightly on the overbought side. So we're getting two separate accounts for where it is from Bollinger Band or the RSI, but they're both pretty close to the center. But the Bollinger Band, I think I have a little bit more faith in this one. That is slightly more on the overbought side of things. Okay. All right, let's jump over here. Bitcoin with the exponential moving average, you'll see that it is in a bearish chart right now, but it is trying to move up into a bullish territory, but it's not quite there. That's when it hits the center region. That's when I start saying it has bullish tendencies, but it's not quite there yet. It's definitely bearish to me right now. Bitcoin with the market cipher chart on the 4-hour chart, you're going to see a change from previous trend right here. These yellow X's indicated that there was manipulation in the market, and these red diamonds are bearish continuations. Now, let's drop this down to 2 hours. At 2 hours is looking pretty good for Bitcoin, but that's really more so for the traders. 2 hours is very, I don't want to call it flaky, but extremely volatile. But you'll see the 2-hour chart has Bitcoin with change your previous trend, a bullish indicator, a bearish indicator, a long signal, more bullish, one bearish, another bullish. So short-term Bitcoin is looking pretty good right now. Now, if you drop all the way out to this chart, to the daily chart, and Bitcoin is still in that pullback, and this was that short signal thing popped up. All right. Now we'll go over and look at the moving averages for Bitcoin. Moving averages for Bitcoin is pretty bad, but is as to be expected. You got 200, 150, and 20-day moving average there. And that's on a 4-hour chart. I'm not even going to bother doing a daily chart. It's not good. And the Ichimoku chart goes 4 day on a 4-hour chart, goes 4 days into the advance towards June 25th. And you can see it's predicting bearishness, and the day chart is bearish prediction. So we'll run through here like I like to. I always like doing this. So let's jump back to Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin, let's go with the predictions. We'll start here. This is looking bearish. 1 bearish. 2 bearish. Not going to use that one. This is neutral. 2 bearish, 1 neutral. 3 bearish, 1 neutral. Okay, 3 bearish. Oh, Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's why I like to run back through here. Okay, so right now, honestly, guys, for what I can see, Bitcoin, I'm going to go with bearish, but not by, it could go either way, but I'm going with my gut also, and that's technical analysis isn't based on your gut, it's based on what the charts are saying. But I also realize I don't think it's done, guys. That's my personal take. But I'm just a guy on the internet who loves cryptocurrency. Take the raw data and look into it, see what you believe. All right, let's jump forward. All right, this is what I'm going to be looking for, guys, right here. I'll be watching this very closely. Watching it bounce around in here, and I'm waiting to see if it goes down or up, and then big time. All right. All right, let's take a look here. All right, this is for the Hexicans out there. Kind of bad news to me, but there's still upgraded sacrifice checker. I don't know when the project's going to be done. We're just got to be patient, guys. Delayed gratification, you know what I mean? Some things some of the best things in life you gotta wait for. And I'm waiting for Pulsechain and Hex so I can rub this in some coworkers' face, because people are starting to talk trash about crypto again after, like, oh, crypto, what do I gotta do to get in? What should I do? And then the second market drops, no, I don't want nothing to do with it, and talk the same way they did 2017. People are so predictable. That's also why I believe the government can do what they do, because people are like sheep. They're very predictable. So anyway, but as I digress. But let's take a look at Hex here, guys. All right, so we'll start bottom, work our way up. RSI has Hex very bullish right now. MACD has Hex bullish. Hex is currently at 0.038 cents. Within the Bollinger Bands here, okay, well, we'll start with the support level for Hex is at like 0.028 cents. Hex right now is extremely bullish. It's probably not the best. Probably not the best time to buy Hex, because it is right at the top of the Bollinger Bands like there's no tomorrow. RSI is bullish. I would hold, if you wanted to, scoot some up, I would hold off, but you never know. You know what I mean? But I try not to buy when it's green anymore. I want to see when it's red. You know what I mean? But for all you know, Hex could just finally take off because this Pulsechain is about to get released. Anything could happen. All right. Hex with the exponential moving average on a 4-hour chart is bullish, and it's establishing solid support. If I look at the 2-hour chart, it's probably very bullish. Yes, it is. And the daily chart should still be very bearish. All right. So as of right now, Hex is bullish, but it could change quickly. I mean, I'm not going to say not to buy in it. I wouldn't buy in it 0.038, but I think you can get a better deal waiting. I think I could get a better deal. Don't make your decisions based on what I'm saying. I'm just looking at the volume and what I would do. All right, not your financial advisor. All right, Hex with the looking at Hex with the market cipher chart here. I do see something good here on the 4-hour chart for Hex, and that is a change from previous trend, which obviously was a significant downtrend, and we have a change from previous trend signal, and then a 2-3 bullish indicators, and I'm sure the 2-hour chart looks pretty damn good. We had the same change from previous trend and a long signal, bullish indicator, one bearish and the rest bullish. But the 2-hour chart isn't the greatest chart to live by. Now, if we look at the daily chart, we're still under the manipulation and the bearish. So give it some time, but I don't know. Hex is looking pretty strong this evening. We have to wait and see what happens. Right now, I believe it's up like 11%. Let me just look over here real quick. Yeah, 11%, 11.5%. All right, Ichimoku chart, 4-hour chart, has Hex predicted to be bearish for the next 4 days, but I do see the slightest dot of green here. So the Ichimoku chart is starting to predict some potential bullishness and Hex coming up. On the daily chart, Hex is completely bearish, and that goes out to like July 17th or something. All right. Moving averages for Hex is surprising me. I was about to say it's nothing good going on, but there is something good going on. If you look at the 4-hour chart here, you see the 20-day moving average creeping up on the 50-day moving average, and it's about to cross it. That is actually significant. That is bullish, very bullish, and that's finally something good happening. Very good news there, guys. That's very good. I got my little chart here. Some of you guys have followed me a lot. This chart never fails me. I got my little sideways triangle wedge and then my rectangle wedge, and basically it's like a double catch. So what the goal is to see it break out to the top of the purple, which is sideways triangle. If it breaks out to the top, it's bullish. If it breaks out to the bottom, it's bearish. Things it's going to pull back. But I also draw in a yellow triangle that's kind of like you know, parallel with the trend, just as a second chance to see what it's going to do. So we're hoping to see it break out and go this way, guys. We have to watch it closely. All right. But right now, I'm going to declare HEX as being bullish. Period. I don't even have to go back and check, guys. All right, for my Hexicans, that's it for the HEX stuff. Thank you for checking it out. I'm about to talk about Cardano. I hope you stay. Hope you learn about Cardano, other projects. But if you're out, cool. Make sure you hit that like button. Please leave a comment. All right? Something positive. All right. Now, let's talk about Cardano, guys. I don't want to go over this today. Let's take this out of here. All right, let's talk about Cardano. Cardano right now is in a neutral territory, according to the RSI. The MACD has it in the bullish territory. According to the VRVP chart, it has the support level for Cardano set at roughly 41 cents, almost 42 cents. And it has the resistance on this chart that I have it, the way I have it set up, has a primary resistance point set at 67 cents. According to the Bollinger Bands, HEX is definitely on the overbought side of things. It's sitting at 0.49 cents. And I mean, Cardano's actually looking okay right now. Now, looking at Cardano with the 4-hour chart, Cardano is definitely trying to go bullish. It's not quite there yet, but it definitely wants to. If I look at the 2-hour chart, I'm fairly certain it will be bullish. Yes, it is. Now, on the daily chart, Cardano is not bullish. It's still bearish. But the 4-hour chart is looking quite bullish for Cardano, and that is great news for me because I absolutely love Cardano. The Ichimoku chart on a 4-hour chart goes 4 days in advance, has Cardano as bearish, and I'm sure the daily chart has it as bearish. Yes, it does. Cardano with the market cipher chart is looking very strong with a change from previous trend and a bullish indicator right here. If you look at the 2-hour chart, it looks even stronger with a long signal in there, which is really good. Now, the daily chart, Cardano does not look good. It's still on the middle of that pullback, but things are starting to recover. Looking at Cardano moving averages, there's nothing too exciting here. Yeah, there's nothing too exciting at all. The 20-day moving average is starting to curve around towards the 50-day, but it's going to take some time to heal from that significant pullback we just experienced. Now here's my little wedge for Cardano. Same concept as for HEX. It's bouncing around in here. We want to see it go north, not south. We're just going to keep an eye on this. Now let's talk about Nomics. This is where I found I was able to track a lot of my Cardano projects on. And there's a lot of things going on out there, guys. So you want to get a muesli swap. It's called muesli swap, MUESLI swap, and you want to go through their feature projects. You can look through it. These are some of the ones I've been able to track on Nomics, but there's big things happening on Cardano and in the near future. Do not buy into the FUD, guys. You're going to get left out, and then you're going to want to blame yourself, and you're not going to blame. No, you're going to blame somebody else because people don't want to blame themselves for anything. But don't get me started on the problems in the world right now. But yeah, there's big things happening. Very big things happening for some of these projects I was going to point out to you today. They are really moving. Pavia's back on a move up here. That's a metaverse. Cornucopias is another serious metaverse, a serious player. Wi-Fi. This list goes on and on. There's too many projects to cover. Cardano's going to be a huge ecosystem. I hope you guys aren't sleeping on that one. Now this Charlie 3, I just want to put this in your ear. There was a lot. It's on Twitter. You can go to their Twitter page, Charlie 3. I want you to watch this video for Cornucopias. Charlie 3 is a Oracle. Basically, Oracle allows cross blockchain communication, and it's important. It's extremely important. For example, you want to have Ethereum be able to communicate with Cardano. No brainer, right? So I want you please look in at take a peek at this. And Charlie 3, this is a little tidbit for you guys, something to help you out. taptools.io. This is a faucet site. I haven't really messed with the faucet features of it, even though they are there. Faucet basically means you get free tokens. But what I have used this site for is they have all the Cardano projects that are so hard to find. So if I type in C3 here, which is for Charlie 3, you'll see that has the actual ADA being tracked on SunnySwap and I was at MinSwap. And C3, I wasn't overly impressed with their charts right now compared to other projects, but I'm going to keep a close eye on it. But I just wanted to show you the site real quick. You guys can, bookmark it and check it out later. All right, let's talk about Polkadot. Polkadot. A lot of Polkadot is so quiet with Gavin Wood. Polkadot has other solutions. Like Gavin Wood went one way with his, Charles Hoskinson went another. Polkadot's based more on communicating. I don't know. They're still there. I don't want to go into it. But anyway, don't sleep on Polkadot. I still think Polkadot's going to do big things. And when I compare Polkadot to the rest of the market, its hit wasn't too bad. Here, let's see that real quick. So Polkadot at the height of the market got up to 24. No. Yeah, they took a pretty serious hit too. So yeah, at the height of the market, they got all the way up to like $55. They're currently sitting at $7.86. Do not sleep on Polkadot. The co-founders of Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson, Cardano, Gavin Wood, Polkadot. Need I say more? Serious stuff here. Make sure you look at it, guys. Don't sleep on Polkadot. At least have a little bit in your bags. I know I got some of mine. Let's see. So Polkadot. I'm getting tired of talking. All right, RSI Polkadot currently is overbought right now. The MACD is saying that it is on the bullish side of things. It has a strong support level currently at $6.33 with this chart that I've drawn out. Well, this chart's not accurate. Let me make it a little bit more accurate. Cooperate, there it is. But this is the current resistance level. So in other words, when it hits 1755, it's going to have struggle to get past that. And it has that's a primary, but it has another. Actually, this is the primary. The primary resistance level on this chart is at $10. I am sorry, that's definitely at $10. And this is the secondary up here. All right, Polkadot right here. You'll see it's bullish right now, and it has a long signal. It looks like a good point to buy in at Polkadot, honestly. And I've done a cost average in this. I turned it off, but I probably will be turning it back on because I want to start buying into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot daily. But I gotta get permission from my wife because it's a very aggressive move. Yeah, we're a team. All right, AVAX. Last not but least, AVAX. Don't sleep on AVAX. AVAX also is looking pretty good. RSI has it neutral. MACD is bullish. Has a good support level here at about 1383. It's currently sitting at 1712. I'm not AVAX. I'm sorry. Avalanche. Duh. Getting tired. All right. And wrap this up. All right. So that's Avalanche there. So I want to keep an eye on Avalanche. And Solana. I don't like Solana personally, but I got to give it respect. It looks like it's here to stay. Money can buy anything. Anybody's love. You know what I mean? Oh, and AVAX is looking bullish also. Avalanche. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm done. But hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment. Like the video. Subscribe. Till next time. Stay blessed. All right, guys. Most of us are very blessed. We just don't realize it. Got to keep our hearts, our minds clear and focused. All right. For me, I stay focused. I'm trying to stay more focused on God, whatever works for you. All right, guys. Peace out.